Welcome to Pet Therapy 101. We're quickly going to talk about pet therapy work so that you can make a decision on whether or not it's an appropriate activity for you and your dog. A therapy dog is not an emotional support dog or a service dog. In both of those examples, the dog's job is to pay attention to and interact with their handler. But a therapy dog's job is to go out and interact with society, to try to make people feel better. So the first thing you want to do before you start your pet therapy journey is make sure this is something that your dog wants to do as much as you do. When you walk into a facility, your dog is the center of attention. Everyone wants to touch him. People are going to be coming from all directions, and he has to enjoy it. He has to enjoy being touched by a lot of different people. And there are a lot of great dogs out there, but they just don't want to be touched by a lot of strangers. So the first thing that you need to do is sit down and have a conversation with your dog and make sure this is something that he wants to do as much as you do. As far as training goes, you don't need any special training, and you usually don't even need your CGC. We're just looking for good basic obedience skills. Leash walking, leave it, sit, down, stay, wait. And it's also important that your dog can see another dog and not bark or whine or try to lunge at it or try to go play with it. It is not uncommon when you go on visits to see another dog in the facility. And we don't want therapy visits to turn into play sessions. And now before you think, oh my goodness, I've got to get my dog trained, just remember that it's not all about your dog. When you start visiting, it's going to be you and your dog going into facilities alone. If 10 people come up to pet your dog, you need to be able to control the crowd. If your dog starts to get stressed out during a visit, you need to be able to recognize this and get him out to safety. And there are going to be times that you need to just stand in a busy lobby while there's a lot of activity going on, and you've got to keep your dog under control and at your side. So you being able to handle your dog is just as important as your dog having a good leave-it cue. But the evaluation always comes back to handling. That is the most important part. Most dog bites come from fearful dogs. So we have to make sure that your dog truly enjoys, not just tolerates, but enjoys being handled by a lot of different people. And we're talking people who look different than you do. Different races, different ethnic groups, people with hats, beards, tattoos, hoodies. We have to make sure that your dog enjoys being handled. And we don't just pet them like an average person would pet a dog. We pet them, but then we pull on their tail a little bit. We pet their bottoms, we pet their bellies. We make direct eye contact, we hug them, we tug on their ears a little bit. We need to make sure that no matter what happens during a visit, that your dog is going to enjoy and not react to people who are handling him. So if you've made it this far in the video, you're probably thinking, yes, pet therapy is something I want to do, and I'm pretty sure it's something my dog wants to do. So it's time to start your training journey. The first step is getting those basic skills. Work on leash skills, wait, leave it, stay, sit, down, but also work on that relationship with your dog. You have to be able to handle and manage him when you go out into the chaos of a visit. So the more time you spend just building that bond and that relationship with your dog, the better. And after you have all those basic skills under control, it's time to join a pet therapy class. Let us show you how to work your dog around a wheelchair and a walker and to other dogs. Let us help you take those basic skills to the next level and prepare you for actual therapy visits.